from just west of the French Quarter in New Orleans.
It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we rejoin the action in quarter number 2. Young on third down. And Sharp calls it in. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and run for it. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff looking right. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Scott. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team. With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. To throw on 2nd down is Young. Sharp's got it left side.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great play there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, second down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Cowboys need to take a little of this momentum into the second half of the year because they face an uphill fight at 3-5. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns there. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Dolphins trying to hold on and claim victory.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the...
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now a second down throw for Young.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Slot man moves right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And they just get the play off. Now Young.
Dumping it off for Johnson.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here we go with Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
The chart goes in motion left.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll try to throw now. Young. He gets it to Thomas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. Young now. This will be caught just inside the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Young.
And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On 1st and 10, Young. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. 2
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game.
Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? They begin the drive with Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Young.
Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Young. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The slot man in motion right. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Second and 5. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Laviska Shenault.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what...
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Johnson will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big...
This was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Panthers,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Saints, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.